Yeah, that
Shout out to my boy, Pretty Boy Fleazy.
for real.
That was one of the few funny episodes to me.
You don't even cheat on her. She want to leave you because you don't even beat on her. I want to fuck your wife. That might have been the last thing he left. He might have started working on that joint and then he was like, what? They want me to do what? All right, I quit. Like, I'm convinced with that.
Tom was like, I'm not concerned, but it was like, so you must never heard White Wife Booty. Song called White Wife Booty.
That might have been that was probably the last episode that Aaron McGee was on. Shout out to Aaron McGee. Confused. We have literally been talking. We've been talking for at least a good 20 minutes and this nigga wasn't recording. Now, I'm not gonna put the blame on him because we just stumbled into shit. You know, sometimes y'all know by now it's been slow on the news topics and we're kind of recording this a little later than usual. So I was still trying to find some last minute subjects to talk about. And one of the things I mentioned was I guess the Isaiah Rashad homosexuality thing and a rapper trying to make fun of it, and Punch, who was the label head of TDE, calling the rapper out. I had brought it up and I knew nothing about the shit. So me and him got to talking about it because I thought if I didn't know nothing about it, I didn't think he would know anything about it. But apparently I'm a month behind on the shit. So we didn't talk about that.
He didn't know about the Isaiah Rashad tapes.
I knew nothing about it.
Like, nigga, this is old news. We're not gonna bring this up like it's new information.
And I definitely went on a
whole rant. Like
I gave a whole heartfelt speech about the shit. You know what I'm saying? But basically, hey, if that nigga's into niggas, then cool. I'm still gonna bump his tapes. His music's gonna be still fire. Mm-hmm. And you know what? And not even to sound cliche, but shit, if he gets a freaking Frank Ocean collab out of this, that would be amazing. Because what does Isaiah Rashad and Frank Ocean sound like? It sounds like good and good to me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to Isaiah Rashad and whoever he's in love with or making love to. I don't give a damn. I'm still gonna bump them songs. I don't care if Lay With You was about a woman or a dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna bop to them shits. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
For sure. And I think there was a second thing we stumbled into.
It doesn't matter. This is a whole damn podcast, so it's like hip hop and better up culture as a whole.
And we're also now recording.
I'm your host, the unstoppable Bloodbath, back at it again, still here in the kitchen. You already heard
whipping.
Oh, yes.
I felt like that was more aggressive than you thought it was.
Okay, sure. That's what we do in the kitchen. Yeah, you already heard from my co-host, the great. I don't know.
Quandissimo. Oh no, I feel like you don't have one this time around.
I don't have one this time. So we're just gonna say the great Quan Dini himself,
the great Quan Chi. I do remember what the second subject was, and that wasn't really one to talk about. It was just terrible. It was unfortunateness.
So yeah, this is hip hop. This is a whole down podcast. The show's broken into a couple parts. First part is hip hop shenanigans, aka Quan's favorite part of the show.
You dig?
Then we do an actual battle review, and then we do our artist of the week and like closing marks and stuff. This week we said we was gonna make it quick because again it's pretty late here, and we just wanted to get through the battles. We're doing the last two battles of Any Given Sunday this week, but somehow, some way, we found news topics right before we started recording, so we're gonna run through that. So
we would have did one, you know what I'm saying? But this nigga, after I had discussed it with him which battle we were going to do, he decided, his brain said, you know what? What Quan said, we're gonna do the opposite of that, and we're gonna watch the other battle. So when we came downstairs for us to record, he was like, "Why are you watching that battle?" And when I tell you, I looked him dead in his face, and I was like, "Excuse me?" He was like, "I had watched the other battle." And I'm like, "How? How, Sway? How?" So just by sheer will, I guess, I just decided to, I was already in the battle rap, video watching mood. So I decided to watch the second battle, and so did he. And here we are at 10:40 right now, trying to record the podcast just because it's like, you know what? We got shit to do tomorrow, and I kind of don't want to try to find a space to record tomorrow. So it's like, why not just get the shit out of the way tonight? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, like I was saying, we're doing a last of Basil.
It's all this nigga's fault. No, I'm playing.
And it is all my fault. It was not the game plan. I probably wouldn't have told that detail of a story because it's irrelevant. But you started with the actual facts about me fucking up. Then you somehow went into a rant about how it just doesn't matter.
I'm not colorful in skill at blaming other people because
no, I'm not. No, it wasn't about the blaming me part. It was and then this happened, and then this happened. I was like, nigga, just tell them why we're doing the other battles.
Oh, we're doing other battles because this nigga's do-rag was on too tight, and he ended up watching.
I fucked up. Okay, it was me. I put the screw in the tuna.
But yeah, so we here right now. And I guess we can do it like this. Like I got one news topic, you got one. I think that'll end it. So mine, pretty quick, is Gilly the Kid having beef with Wiz Khalifa. This is almost tragic. Because I actually seen what transpired. So apparently, Wiz Khalifa has been just for some reason half naked on his IG lately, like this week entirely, just training or chilling in his car, but in his underwear for no reason. I'm like, okay, a little strange. I seen like 2 or 3 videos like that. I was like, all right. So Gilly the Kid, who was actually interviewed Wiz Khalifa about like 2 months ago. So I thought it was cool. Was like, yo, I had to unfollow my man Wiz Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but you in your drawers, you in the raw all the damn time. I don't want to be seeing that on my timeline. So I had to unfollow. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you finally put some clothes on, you know what I'm saying? Let somebody let me know, I'll follow you again. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. You know what I mean? Nothing disrespectful, nothing wrong. For some reason, or after that, Gilly loses his fucking Instagram. And apparently, he's saying that it came from Wiz Khalifa banning his account for bullying. Now, I really don't want to believe, as a fan of Wiz Khalifa since the beginning. Actually, Wiz Khalifa might be one of the people we gotta give flowers to because I think we also were around for Wiz Khalifa's like.
I was around, but I didn't listen to him like that. That would just be you. I mean, I'll let you talk if you want to. You want to do it by yourself.
Well, there is gonna be a time where we do separate flowers because, like I said, you have people like NBA YoungBoy who you're very well versed in, or a little more well versed in, and I got somebody like Wiz Khalifa, so we can do that probably next time or whatever. But
so Wiz Khalifa.
Apparently, he got Gilly to lose his IG, which I'm very surprised.
Do we know if that's true or not?
Gilly said it himself on Twitter.
That doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything, but I'm like, if that is true, that'd be heartbreaking because I never seen Wiz Khalifa to have that kind of character. That's kind of weird, but it's really weird that he just says that all of a sudden he loses his IG, which Gilly pretty much has his podcast off of his IG. It's kind of his bread and butter a little bit.
I agree.
So that's a little crazy, and he to the point that he's almost like he said like he had 2 tweets. One was just saying like, yo, I lost my IG because of such and such. These rappers be so pussy, and then the next one was like, here's my new IG. I can't wait to see you. So he's already making threats to a nigga because of losing his IG. So I really hope that he did the research to like know for sure. While this,
I would hope he knows for sure before he starts threatening niggas because this could be the type of thing. I agree. This could be the type of thing where Wiz is a really big artist. I know a lot of people don't understand that
he really is.
Wiz is a huge artist. He may not drop songs all the time, but his Fast and Furious stuff that he be putting out on soundtracks like that do crazy numbers. Like Wiz does crazy numbers. So
the funny thing is, he really does still drop. We just don't be paying attention because we're not. We know Kush and Orange Juice Wiz, but we kind of fell off from him.
Yeah, so Wiz is a very big artist. So niggas forget. This could be some situation where his fans just did it. His fans complained so much and reported that it kind of ended up in this situation without Wiz even knowing about it.
True, very very likely. That's still some bullshit though, because like even when he said it, he said it jokingly. Like he didn't even say any malice. He just said it like the same as like if this wouldn't happen, but if like somebody at Dead End Studios was doing the same shit, he was like, I ain't gonna lie, son, I had to unfollow you, bro. I see you I seen 4 videos of you in your drawers. I don't want to see that shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? When you put some clothes on, I thought like it was literally that kind of energy. Like no malice, no anger, no like. So that was just weird. It was really weird. So I think that's why he's extra pissed because he kind of probably went out of his way to be like, I was being nice, like I was just joking, and niggas took my whole page away, like so. But yeah, that's really unfortunate shit. And I hope that the shit gets cleared because I don't want to see people like Wiz Khalifa and Gilly beefing over the internet. But the reality is, like, hey, if you follow Gilly the Kid and you don't see him on your timeline, go follow his new page. It literally says Gilly the King _ new page. I'm saying it's fucked up.
It's just _ new page. It's really funny. Like, really it's not funny, but it's funny.
He really put new page in the shit. I looked it up myself. I was like, because Wallow had put a post up of him talking shit to Gilly, and he tagged Gilly in the shit. And I tried to click the shit, and it shows Gilly, shows the verified check, but user not found. It's fucked up. So yeah, that's very unfortunate. But yeah, that's my topic. What's yours?
All right. So my topic is something that I don't care about, but we had to have a news topic, and this one seemed the most interesting.
He's gonna bring it up, and I'll probably take the alley-oop.
Yeah. So
if it's what I think it is.
Apparently, August Alsina is writing a tell-all book about his relationship with Jada.
Apparently,
but this is according to The Sun. And this article is from motherfucker. Why is that shit? AllHipHop.com.
Motherfucker, you can live at the mall.
AllHipHop.com wrote an article about The Sun's article. You know how this stuff goes. But according to this article, we're saying this. Like, okay, I just go to them. Anyway, the report says that the book will mainly focus on their actual sex and her sexual behaviors. So it's going to be a very explicit book. So it's not like he's writing about he's talking about the fucking for a whole book.
And it's funny because
this grown man was supposed to talk about somebody's wife for a whole book. This is Pretty Boy Fleazy activity.
Very much. I'll confirm it too because I did hear Charlamagne talk about that too, probably one of the topics. And Charlamagne probably had the same question that everybody else had. Like, oh, didn't he already talk about this?
Yes.
I'm like, and it's really weird that he's choosing this time to talk about a book. It seems very clout chasey.
Very, very clout chasey.
Even the last time when he came out with the whole tape and the song Entanglement. Very clout chasey.
Very, very clout chasey. I agree.
And as somebody that has a bit of a history with August Alsina, weirdly, I never was a big fan of his music because his voice kind of bothers me. What drew me to him was the interviews. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like a kind of a good character dude. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you root for once you get to know them a little bit. Kind of like people with Coi Leray. She had a really good, really entertaining like Breakfast Club interview, even though her music might not be our taste and whatnot. But it's one of the things you get to see a person talk and you get a little respect for them. But it's really disappointing.
So you're saying with him, it's doing the opposite.
Yeah, because it's like, well, that's what made me like really be cool with him. Because really, I only like one song from him, a song called Hip Hop. Go check that out. August Alsina Hip Hop. It's a dope song. I like that vibe, but. He was like he didn't come off as a person that would be clout chasing. He came off as a person that would be real for the most part. And in this industry, you don't get that a lot. But I don't know what happened or what changed, but when it came to that Will and Jada shit, oh, he's been clout chasing like a motherfucker ever since, boy. And I'll even give him credit when he did his Angela Yee interview. Really, I think it was an hour-long interview, and really only 2 minutes of that was talking about Will and Jada. But in this day and age, that's all you need. All you need is to mention somebody, and everybody's going to take that, and that's going to be the main thing, and now it's going to be like your whole interview was about that. You know what I'm saying? And then it was big enough that Will and Jada had to talk about it. Again, not being private, which, if we were recording before, you would know the conversation we had about that earlier. But, them talking about it, and then him making a song about what they were talking about. Is entanglement a word, or did they just create?
I don't think it's a word.
But Jada creating a new word, August Alsina naming his new song that featuring Rick Ross. Somebody need to talk to Rick Ross about that. Why was he on that song?
I remember what we talked about when that song came out, and we was like, Rick Ross, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, Rick Ross, how did you end up in this conversation?
Yeah, it was weird. And then to make it even worse, when he made a tape with that joint, and I remember everybody was saying the tape is not even that good. That's what makes it really bad.
I was assuming
he didn't even he didn't even capitalize off of that moment, because we've seen many niggas have a clout chasing moment, but if the music is good, we'll forget. We'll forget. You know what I'm saying? Because we're like, hey, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, now it just seems that it's funny that he went kind of quiet again, and now that Will and Jada are the subject of discussion again, all of a sudden now this nigga wants to know how to write a book.
Maybe he'd been working on his book. He was waiting for something else to happen so he could talk about it.
It still is very.
I mean, regardless, it was weird to write the book to begin with.
Oh, it's still very weird. It's still very weird. You know, it's very weird. This is almost weird activity like Drake Manson and dating SZA back in 2008.
Yeah, that was weird too.
Even though she had to come back and save a nigga because in 2008 she was not 18.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Drake's always getting caught with young women.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I saw somebody say something about being at a concert. Oh, I think it was a chick talking about like, yo, when I was 16, I really shaved myself to go to a One Direction concert, like I was gonna get plastered backstage. And then somebody literally commented, they was like, you would have been if you was at a Drake concert.
Exactly.
And I'm just like, I'm getting scared, bro, because we've already talked about before. I was like, we just need one solid thing to happen. Cause it's a lot of weird.
Bro. It's a lot of puzzle pieces that we just can't figure out where they go yet. That's what's going on.
It's nothing solid yet.
Yeah.
And I am the Drake fan on this podcast, so I really hope they're all just clues or not rumors, because we don't got no rumors, but like it's just all been weird activity. It's always just been like, why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But as a Drake fan, I really hope that shit don't happen, because that's gonna hurt. I still sometimes see Tory Lanez on my timeline, and I'm like, I really want to listen to this nigga shit, because he's my kind of nigga, you know. But like, he be popping his shit. He's very talented. He can do any kind of style. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was just rapping on. He has a joint called Florida Shit, and I was watching somebody else review the shit, and I'll be damned if he wasn't walking on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Which it had that bounce to it. So you know Florida niggas like Kodak and Glock 9, they be on them ill beats. So I be still want to listen to that nigga, but I need that verdict. I need that verdict to know if he's not guilty.
I saw that he got arrested the other week because he was he was talking about Megan on Twitter and stuff, and so the judge had him arrested and he got put on bond and everything.
Yeah, because I think
I didn't realize that tweeting about somebody could breach one of the things they had. It wasn't a restraining order. No, it was just something.
It was something in the thing. He said he's not supposed to mention her.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of ironic, because though I'm not gonna act like she's been like mentioning him like crazy, she has talked about him like on at least 2 or 3 times. Even if it's from like provoking, not on camera or behind the scenes, provoking her and shit, she has mentioned him. But
I just didn't know you could get arrested for that.
I think he actually signed a thing that he wouldn't say nothing for like a few years or until the case is over. And the case ain't over yet. And even with him saying stuff indirectly, like I think the thing he got arrested for was talking about good dick had me in between 2 friends, crazy. Some shit like that. So I guess that got him in trouble and shit. But you know, it is what it is with that. We're still waiting for the verdict on that before we talk about it anymore.
So yeah, I'll go see this book. You getting it?
Fuck no.
Okay, I just had to.
I don't even like that nigga making love songs about sex, let alone a book.
Gotcha. Cool. That's the end of that.
That shit real clout chasey, and I'm disappointed, and I want him to stop doing that shit.
So anyway, the battles for this week, we did the last 2 battles off of Any Given Sunday.
August Alsina versus his music career.
So which one do you want to do first?
His music career. Let's do Calico versus Chess first.
All right. So Chess versus Calico. Again, this is out here in Atlanta. Leading into this battle, we both said that it was going to be a Chess 30. We both said that out our mouths.
Definitely. We just knew that.
Yes,
confidently.
In our heart of hearts, we said we respect Calico.
Respectfully, yes.
But we did not think he would win because he hadn't impressed us in a minute
at all.
And then Chess goes out there and throws up in the first. And I said, damn it!
My boy.
As one round down.
I was like, I knew it was real when I first heard him go, I was like, please don't, not this one.
Yeah, they had to edit it. They actually edited it out of the.
He got edited like 3 times in this battle.
Yeah.
And you know that's a lot. Because
that's a lot.
They'll sit around and keep 20 seconds of silence in the fucking battle. The battle was still. With the shit being edited out, the battle was still 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah.
Strong. But yeah, I think it was downhill from there. Even though he still performed.
He still did very well.
He still performed.
Because even though he literally started the battle off with throwing up, he was 2 lines into his verse, throws up, comes back, starts over again, and he was still getting good crowd reactions because his energy was back up. His energy was up. And the crowd was a little too hype. They was getting hype off every single punchline.
There really was.
And I was like, all right. I mean, I'm glad like these punchlines are good, but we got to stop for every single one of them good.
Yeah,
like
this chess was good, but it wasn't like it was the chess that we got when he was versus Easy. Like this is a good chess. It ain't a great chess. So niggas was like wilding. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something about skinny niggas after they throw up. Cause I don't know how that nigga was energetic afterwards. I know anytime I throw up, I'm usually down for the count for a good minute.
Oh no.
But I've seen him do that. I've seen you do that shit. Just throw up and then you just cool afterwards. And I'm just like, nigga,
that's all I needed.
I'm like, you don't need to sit down and rest. Like you usually it'd be exactly what it is. When y'all throw up, y'all get the bad out of your body. Usually when I throw up, it's just the bad's just beginning.
Oh no. Once I throw up, unless I gotta be really sick to keep throwing up. But if I know I just need to throw up one good time, I'll try to rush to do it. Like I'll try to force myself to throw up so I can get it out of my system, and I'm good after that.
Yeah, but it seemed like after that, you know what I'm saying. Even though the energy was kind of off a little bit for him, he still was getting his shit off. Like, he got that shit out of his system, and he was ready to cook. Now, I ain't gonna lie though, Chess is a wild boy because he be having real life anger issues. Like that nigga was getting that nigga had to calm himself down. He's like, that nigga was sitting there yelling in Calico's face, not even rapping, just like, you bugging, nigga. I've seen his voice tweaked. I've never heard his voice like kind of crack. You know what I'm saying? Like he was dead ass angry. You know what I mean? But yeah. And side note,
he told him, shut up. Y'all bugging right now. Talking to him around.
Y'all bugging. I ain't gonna lie though.
Younger man looked so confused. She was like, damn.
She was very confused in the crowd.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? They had a few people in the crowd that I noticed. I saw X Factor up there. I ain't seen him in a minute, bro. In a minute. I didn't even know he was still battling. I looked on YouTube just to see if he was still battling. Apparently he had a battle 7 months ago with Big K. But I was like, bro, when I tell you, I had to go down maybe to the 6th or 7th battle because all the other battles 10 years ago.
Big K battled this weekend on the RBE card.
Was it against somebody that was fucking terrible?
Nah, it was actually a pretty respected name. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head because RBE had like a long card.
Was it against Snake Eyes?
No, Snake Eyes just battled Twerk, and then he's battling.
Oh, he did. Okay,
on Midnight Madness. Remember, I told you he's battling Twerk at Midnight Madness. The Midnight Madness event happened yesterday. We're not going to get to watch it till like 2 months from now. But it happened yesterday.
Because I saw people say some things about it. I guess since we ain't going to say it, I ain't going to say it here. But, I mean, unless we want to say it.
Go ahead. I mean, we haven't seen the battle yet. So.
I saw like.
But niggas been talking.
I saw news outlets say that Twerk battled, or he had the belt on him while he was battling Snake Eyes. That's kind of crazy.
That don't mean nothing. Because remember, I told you, Snake Eyes don't have his belt no more.
No, I'm saying like if he was battling Snake Eyes, I'm like they said that Twerk has the nigga's belt.
Yeah, he probably
had it while he was battling.
I don't know. He might have got it from Stumbles.
If that's it. That's crazy.
Remember, Stumbles took the nigga belt, which I told you about on the Quick Hits episode. If you need to know what happened to Snake Eyes' belt, watch that.
I ain't gonna lie. If I had a belt and got jumped for that shit, and then I had to battle somebody else and they got the belt, we turning that shit up. Niggas got to beat me up again, my nigga. That's too much disrespect. The first time it was accidental. The second time I'm gonna start assessing. I'm gonna be like, yo, like I can't let these niggas blatantly have my. That's like watching like a rapper getting his chain took, and then he goes and performs, and then a nigga's just sitting there holding the chain in front of him. Like you can't sit there and keep on rapping. Like you gotta do something.
Yeah, this is like when Riley lost his lethal interjection shit.
Yeah, so nigga, like he had to go back and fight Butch again.
Yeah, bro, because you're not gonna keep coming to school wearing my chain.
You not.
That's dead, bro. Like
you got it's clipped. It's
you gonna have to fight me every single day until I get my chain back, bro.
It is lit every time I see you, my nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's a fact, though. Shout out to Riley Freeman. That nigga definitely came back. He had to get his ass whooped. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, that nigga was 3 times the size.
He had to try. It was his chain.
Then he came back with full nominal, and then that nigga got his leg cracked.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the chain back.
He did get his chain back.
Still better than a funky old necklace, apparently. You know what I'm saying?
So anyway, Chess, even though he threw up, he still had a good first round. But I mean, he had to throw up first. So I don't think I can give him that round.
I did notice that his jeans were out of pocket. Okay.
I see what you did.
Chess's jeans had so many pockets. It was crazy.
I think those are patches. I don't think all of those are pockets, but I did see the pockets
There was
on the
a pocket
pants.
on the side.
Those were some big pockets on them pants.
There was some pockets on the side.
But I think the rest of them, it was a lot of patches too.
It was patches and pockets. He was definitely pushing P with them pants.
I see what you did there. Anyway, so then Calico went. Calico, he's Calico. He don't do a whole bunch of yelling and stuff. He was very calm.
Yeah.
And niggas started barring Chess up. He had a really good chess scheme.
Listen.
And like, I know the nigga's name is Chess. People always have chess schemes, but Calico, he still had a good one. It was still original.
This time, Calico's confidence was like deserved. Usually, you can't tell Calico nothing. Like usually, Calico will be dead ass losing, and still like he has the confidence of a New York nigga. I ain't gonna lie. But he's like he's like confident, but also like not cocky. So he won't be doing all the extra talking. He's just gonna be like, I don't know why the crowd getting hype. I 3-0 this nigga.
Yeah.
In his mind, he got it. You know what I'm saying? But this time, I really had in my notes. I was like, we finally got a Calico that cares. This is what Calico sounds like when he cares. I don't know what Chess did to make that nigga care, but he cared tonight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was trying to get that Young and May feature. I don't know. I think even Cowboy was in the building. I saw him like towards the third round. He's a short dude, so he was hard to see. But I was like, nigga, is that Cowboy? Oh shit. Maybe he wants the Cowboy feature. Who knows? Hey, a freaking Calico song with Cowboy and Young and May would kind of go hard. You know what I'm saying? Actually, that would work. All of them are independent too. See, that's niggas be working, bro. Battle rappers be working. I'm really glad to see battle rap getting the attention that it's getting these days. Honestly,
I completely agree.
But yeah, Chess and Calico, man. Now Calico in his first, it was looking bad for your boy. You feel me? It was looking bad for your boy. Now I ain't gonna lie. When Chess came back in the second though,
Chess is second. Chess won the second in my book.
He was cooking.
If he won anything, he won the second.
Yeah.
Because bruh, he was going in. That nigga said, "You never seen Chess or Pops? I guess it really wasn't fresh." I was like, "Wait a minute. I've seen that movie." I was like, "Damn."
That boy was cooking, boy. That boy was cooking. That
was the round he had to get his respect back because he kept saying, "I fucked up y'all with that first. It's my bad." Like he knew he fucked up throwing up again and all that. Like he felt bad and he was like, "I'm gonna kill you because of that."
That's why
I'm gonna kill you because of that shit, nigga. Watch.
That's why Chess is hilarious to me because I know the nigga got anger problems because he wasn't even mad at Calico. He even said he was like, "I'm mad at myself that I did that." Like literally when a nigga threw up and then came back, he was like, "Bro, I'm about to kill this nigga. I hate this shit." He was so fucking tight that he threw up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, that nigga be so tight. He was like, "Bruh, now niggas gonna come with all kind of fucking throw up schemes. I hate this shit, bro." And then it was funny. His Calico was prepared for that shit.
Yeah, Calico, it was written into all the Calico's rounds was about Chess throwing up. And then the fact that Chess did it, I was like,
so much worse.
I was like, you handed this shit to this nigga, man.
Because it's already attached to that nigga name. So even if he didn't do it that night, it still would have stuck. But the fact that he did it that night, it just made Calico look like a fucking genius.
It's just like when niggas battle twerk and talk about twerk choke and then twerk chokes. It's like,
oh my god, it makes it so much worse, bro.
Yeah, because then you just gotta stand there and just listen to these rounds of you doing exactly what they said you was going to do. It's like you fell into their trap card, bro. Like
that would have been different. Like yo, if twerk had choke versus Loso would have stood a chance. You know what I'm saying?
You just can't stand Loso, bro. Whatever niggas bring up. Whenever niggas talk about twerk in a positive light, you find what they talking about. You're like, bro, he killed. You be like, bro, what did Loso do to him?
Loso died, my nigga. He died that night. And it's a good thing he's a Christian because he went to heaven, my nigga. That it's like I've seen niggas lose and I've seen niggas die. Loso died that day, my nigga. That nigga died respectfully.
Anyway.
Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? You still respected out here, but.
I still like Loso. Shout out to Loso repping that. He rep Tampa, bro. Like I can't go against him.
So did Laws.
Okay, so anyway, Chess's second round mainly. I wrote down this.
Laws, where are you, bro?
This round is mainly about not having a dad. That was Chess's theme for the second round. But I also feel like bars wise,
it kind of worked a little bit though.
It was good. It was a good theme. Bars wise, I feel like it was better than the first, but it got a little bit less reaction, which that's fine with me because I got to actually listen to the bars instead of having to and repeat them 9 times. Bars wise, I think the second was better than this first round. Calico, a round pretty much just as good as the first.
Good.
He was just real talking Chess, and he didn't get as many reactions as Chess, but which he never does. But
he's not really a reactive kind of rap. You don't even notice him when he's rapping. Like he'll rap over the reaction a little bit because niggas will still be reacting to his shit. He'll still keep going. Like he really don't do it for reaction. He'll just keep on going. He's like, oh, they like that shit. All right, let me pause. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just Calico. I guess that's his style.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean?
Calico, like I remember even when Chess was rapping first in the first round, like you could hear him saying they really want this nigga to win. Like, because Calico knows, like, even though he's a vet, people still don't expect him to win. Which we're in that same boat. We didn't.
Yeah,
we didn't.
Yeah, for sure.
So went out in third. Chess started out okay. Then had a long ass stumble. Then he recovered. He had a good round, but by that point the crowd wasn't really with him no more. After that,
I feel like they're kind of giving up a little bit.
Yeah, so then he just pretty much made it easy for Cal to come through.
Dunked that shit.
Yep.
That nigga was a monster at that point.
But low key, that wasn't even his best round. His third might have been like his weakest round for real. I'm talking about Calico right now, sure. But it didn't matter because
at that point it was already breakfast on chess.
Yeah. It was done.
You know what I'm saying? For those that know the story, like it's breakfast on chess. Like they had talked on IG Live a long time ago, and like while Chess was trying to, New York niggas, I hate when we do this shit, but like while Chess was trying to be disrespectful and be like, I'm gonna kill you, and Cal goes like, all right, man, we gonna see, you know what I'm saying? But you know, just promise me this, you know what I'm saying? When I beat you, you gotta give me breakfast. You gotta buy me breakfast. Gotta be breakfast on you. And Chess accepted that joint. And for those that followed and knew, niggas was saying that in the crowd. It was like. It's breakfast on chess, and respectfully, it is. Honestly,
that's how Calico always is, though. Niggas be coming to Calico with such aggressive energy. Calico just be like, okay, whatever. It's because like Calico say all the time, I don't really care about this shit. Like, I just do it for the money. Like I'm not here to start beefs with niggas. I don't take none of this shit serious. He said all the time, I don't take none of this shit serious. This shit WWE to me. Like,
and it be showing in some of his battles. But I ain't gonna lie, one of the illest things he said, it was very simple. He's like, this ain't chess or checkers. It's a check. When he said that shit, I was like, why is that the simplest yet illest shit he might have? That kind of explains him at this point in life. Like, this ain't chess or checkers. It's a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a bar right there. And I don't even think he meant it for it to be a bar. It just, when he said it, it was just like, it stuck.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anyway, let's see your score stick. Crowd control.
Who
you gonna start with?
I gotta start with Calico. I gave Calico a 4, just because while the crowd was definitely eating at his hand, he doesn't really have a style that's gonna have him get a 5. Honestly,
he doesn't. I understand.
He doesn't really have a style that will give him a 5. But this is definitely like the best, like Calico controlling the room that we would get. So I gave him a 4, respectfully. Chess, I gave him a 4 also, but it's kind of like a weak 4 because like. Definitely Calico had the upper hand, but like it's not like Chess wasn't controlling shit. Like Chess definitely had more of a better reaction than a 3. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion,
I understand. I gave Chess a 4 because of what you said. Like the crowd was really behind everything he said, unless he was stumbling or throwing up or something. Calico, I gave him a 3 because it just wasn't the same type of reactions as Chess.
Really,
I agree with what you were saying that like Calico's style would never get him a 5.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I just feel like.
I'm surprised.
He was getting pretty average crowd reactions, so I gave him an average score.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I think it's just a style thing. It's a style. Yeah. Like his style isn't really. His style is just him. He's not like really like, oh, okay, the crowd's gonna like when I do this, so let me do this.
Yeah. He the guy. He wants the crowd to be quiet so he can get through his stuff. Yeah. That's what I also like about him. He was like, I wrote 3-minute rounds, y'all. I'm not here. Yeah. I'm not trying to be here all night with these niggas. I wrote 3-minute rounds because Chess's rounds was long as hell. Calico was like I remember even with Chess rap, you can see Calico tapping his watch calmly, like, let's go, nigga. Like, I'm not trying to be here all night.
For sure.
Delivery,
I gave Calico a 4. He's a veteran. He knows what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like. And it's kind of his style, like calm certain times, you know, aggressive when it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit, so I give him a 4. Chess, all aggression. I kind of like that shit too. You know what I'm saying? But while today, like I said, it definitely wasn't the best chess, but it was a good chess, so I give him a 4 also on the delivery.
I also give Calico a 4. I agree with everything you just said. This might be like again the best you can expect from Calico delivery wise. He's always very clear.
Honestly,
he always enunciates. You always know what he's saying.
Yeah,
always very poised. I do think he can get a 5. It's just he has to really care about the battle because I've seen like Like he can actually get a 5 on delivery. He just has to really care about that battle. I don't think this is one that he truly super duper cares about. But I feel like he knew this is a battle he could win.
I feel like the last time we can get like a 5 on delivery from Calico was like Loaded Lux. Honestly, I feel like that. Not to feel like he knew he lost, but I do feel like Calico changed after that. I feel like that's where he really stopped caring.
Yeah,
respectfully, because not that he cared before, but like he rapped like he did. Like he would be destroying niggas, and then it seemed like ever since then, like he always remained a level of good because he's still Calico, but he was just like, oh, okay, I could work my ass off and then just lose all that. Niggas can act like I'm over with or for one battle. All right, I'm not gonna be invested in this shit no more. That's what it feels like, at least.
No, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? So like with his just style, he's never gonna give you passion enough to get a 5.
Yeah, he don't.
You know what I'm saying? Not these days. Not with dreads.
I don't think so either.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. He not one of them niggas who cares about being the best no more. Like he tells niggas all the time, I'm just here to get paid. Like
it's not chess. It's not checkers. It's a check.
Yeah. Chess, I gave him a 3. Only because of all the mistakes he had. I had to give him a 3.
Not mad at that.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, nigga voice cracking, nigga throwing up, niggas having to edit the footage on his side 3 times during the battle. Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
Haymakers, I gave Calico a 4 because he definitely was talking to chess, and that's one thing that was definitely up for him in this battle is his bars was up. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if we can get a Calico that cares enough to get a 5 on Haymakers, but he was definitely talking to a nigga. You know what I'm saying? He had some shit to say to him.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? Chess, I gave him also a 4 because it's while it wasn't a great chess, it's still a good chess. And Chess was saying some shit. You know what I mean? Especially without distractions. Once you get his shit off, like even Young May was getting hype on some of his bars. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
I agree with you. I just gave him both 3s instead of 4s, because Chess, I say his best round was his second. His first round really wasn't super duper special to me, honestly. It was good, but I was like, okay, he said something like this before. These bars ain't really that crazy to me. Calico, he wasn't really like Calico was talking to Chess. 3 really good rounds. He wins in my book. It was just he wasn't punching him to death. He wasn't scheming him to death. I was like, all right, this is just Calico rapping well. Yeah,
I will give him 1 point. One thing though that was fire is when he was talking about like he's like, nigga, this nigga's throwing up at battle rap events. We know you ain't sliding.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't notice until DC said it. He was like, nobody's ever said that before. And I was like, yo, that's true. Why has nobody ever thought to say that? Like, if you throwing up at it's a really believable angle. It's like, yo, if you throwing up at a battle, if you throwing up because you nervous or something, well, at least that's what it looks like. You nervous at a battle rap event, nigga, how we gonna believe that you had the heart to go slide and kill a op? And like DC was like, nobody ever said that before. Nobody said that before. I was like, I was taken aback. I forgot what else. Oh no, you know it was in another battle that somebody did. Okay. But I remember DC nigga said something and DC's reaction was just like, he just pointed at the nigga.
DC was really into it. DC he really was really into it. Like I could tell he's a real battle rap fan, which I appreciate. He wasn't just one of the celebrities who pulled up just because it was Atlanta. He's like, nah, he's a real fan, which I appreciate.
You could tell he actually like he probably chills with the battle rap niggas from Wild Now and be like, yo, y'all niggas really be doing that shit. Like, yo, how you? He probably be joking with niggas like, yo, how you just let that nigga say to your face? Like that shit crazy. But yeah. Zone. I gave Calico a 5. Confidence was at an all-time high. Couldn't tell him nothing. And it was deserved. He was doing his thing on that stage. Chess, I gave him a 3 on Zone because with all that shit going on, I had to take the points away somewhere. And I feel like Zone is where it belongs because it was definitely throwing him off a little bit. Even though he's still so good that he can still get through everything and still deliver and give a good performance with all that shit going on, it definitely threw him a little bit. You know what I mean? The throwing up, the I don't want to call it a choke, but like the nigga, they cut the footage 3 times for something. You know what I mean? So I think each round, damn near, if I'm not mistaken, and, each round probably got one.
He didn't do that in the second. I can think of.
Okay, so the third they did it twice. Yes. Got you. So I got to count for something, nigga. Two edits in one round, my nigga. That's wild, but still shout out to Chess.
So Calico, I also give Calico a 5. I agreed. For Calico, this was him, and he was in his zone. Like it's Calico in his element. 3 solid rounds, no real issues. He got in, he got out, he did what he wanted to do. He got paid. Now he can go home. Chess, give a nigga a 2.
Respectfully, I ain't mad at that.
So Calico, he got a 15, which is a B. Chess, I gave him a 12, which is a C.
I got you.
It's weird though looking at my scorecard and giving Calico these such average numbers, but we both said this is such a good performance. Like, it kind of makes me feel bad, but
it's because I feel
his
like
style just doesn't. He don't care about being the best, so he just there to do his job and go home. So
Calico, I gave him a 17. Chess, I gave him 15. Yeah, good showing, good shot. Bars. Calico, he tried to checkmate. You 100 pounds with no goons. What you got, speed, Chess? You getting clocked right after your move. You got a knife? I'ma stab your little young ass with it. You better believe it. And I know you ain't about to shoot me one of Tay-Rock guns. I gotta see it. And he was just kicking that shit, boy. Chess. The gun in your whip make you not want to stop when they start chasing. Cause cops pull up or cops pull you over and incarcerated. Next thing you know, you incarcerated. Needed bail. You think my father made it? Graduation. You think my father made it? Battle events. You think my father made it? Nigga, if I break your jaw, it'll be hard to reconnect like how my father made it. It's fire right there. But yeah, good battle, good show from both of them. You know what I'm saying? We can move on to the next one.
Yep. All right. So
the one we were supposed to do.
From the beginning, the one that Quan told me that he wanted to do, and my brain said, why the fuck would I do that? And then
your brain said, no, listen to that nigga. That nigga bitch. That nigga Mark. That nigga trick. I got to watch that battle he did. That nigga get you calling all kind of shit. Nigga, you was a bitch. Nigga, you was a Mark. Nigga, you was a trick. Nigga, you was a hoe. Nigga, you was a... I was like, oh shit.
Like your name is Gary.
Your name is Gary. That's Geechee's version of nigga I dress better than you. Nigga, I get more money than you. I get more bitches than you. Nigga, I can get to $1 Nigga said I can get to $1 faster than you can. Nigga, this the whole nigga.
That was against Lou Castro. That was your honor.
Really?
Lou Castro. Lou Castro was the guy who would just sit there and take all that.
Lou Castro's been through a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Lou Castro, he's still one of my favorites, but I'm starting to see that like he's really just like ending up in bad situations. Like he just keeps on battling niggas on the wrong day to battle the niggas. Like,
as I'm telling you, Lou versus Fonz, nobody thought that was gonna happen.
Bruh, he just be against niggas when they are at their best, and I don't understand.
Lou versus drugs. Nobody thought that was good.
That's what's crazy, my nigga. And I almost see it in his face. Like, I be feeling bad for him sometimes. I'm like, he's still good. He's very good. But I'm like, when niggas just decide that night to be great, I don't know what it is.
It's the same thing we was low-key saying about Tay-Rock, though.
Yeah.
Like, Tay-Rock be having good battles. He just be choosing the wrong night to battle niggas.
Niggas just be on all fives against him, bro.
Yeah.
On all fives, my nigga. Like, niggas have no flaws in their diamonds when they go against Tay-Rock. And I feel like Lou Castro is the new generation version. Because when I tell you, bro, Charlie Clips was on fire tonight.
Yeah. It was like a situation where Lou was doing so good.
So good.
All 3 rounds, Lou had good shit every round.
Every time.
But then Clips would come through and it just wouldn't matter no more.
He would shake the room.
And it made it worse that Lou decided to go first. Lou said, nah, I'll go first. Why would you do that, Lou? Explain this to me. Break this down to me.
Especially when
Clips has rebuttals.
Yeah.
What? Well, no, you never go first against a nigga with rebuttals, like ever.
That was the first mistake.
It would make it even worse is Clips was saving his rebuttal. I've noticed that. Usually Clip does his rebuttals first and he gets to his round. He was doing his round and then dropping the rebuttals at the end, almost like so giving niggas time to forget what Lou was talking about.
Nigga was testing himself. But like, let me see how good my memory is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we didn't even introduce you. We just got straight into it. Yeah, this shit was something else, bro. Like, when I tell you, bro, like I think Lou went first.
Yes.
And he was cooking, and I'm like, okay, he's getting decent reaction. This is a good Lou. You know what I'm saying? And then it just seemed like Clips just came out and was just like, just controlled the room, my nigga.
Because Clips started off by using Lou's flow against him, and nobody expected that to happen. And then he was doing it well. And that's what really made it hurt. Like, damn.
The funny thing to me is I feel like Charlie Clips has really found a way to be predictable, because his style is very predictable, but still like entertaining. Like you almost can see where you can still see the shit he's gonna go, but like he still makes it so fire. So I don't know how he did it, because it's still very much his style.
The rest of that round was a dog
bar fest.
Like it was just bars about dogs.
And he went through every kind of dog.
He found a way.
Every kind of dog.
Talk about dogs. Almost every punchline was dog themed, and if you wasn't paying attention, you might not notice it at first.
Yeah.
But then, like, I was like, damn, that's also a dog. That's a type of dog too. Damn. And he did all that, and then at the end, he finally starts doing rebuttals to everything Lou said in the first. He was like, bro, it's not over yet.
That shit crazy.
It's not over yet. Like,
that shit crazy, bro.
And then Lou just had to stand there and take it.
Take that shit. He's like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo, Lou's face would be saying like, yo, all my hard work, and they really fund him like this. Damn, bro. And then what made it worse is Lou's second round was amazing, my nigga. Yeah. He really took that shit. He was like, you know what? Fuck that. And his second was crazy.
That was the one where we had the T-Pain bar.
Bro, that shit was crazy, my nigga.
Yeah, I actually saw that one a couple of days ago on social media because T-Pain was tweeting about it.
That shit was amazing, my nigga. That shit was. That's like okay. He fighting back. We might have.
He really was.
He might have a chance. And that second round was amazing, my nigga. Like that shit. That second round was really crazy. I ain't gonna lie though. I do have on my notes that I was like, bro, Jazz is the queen of catching strays. I don't understand. Like,
I don't know why y'all was standing in the front. Stop standing in the fucking front, Jazz.
She need to get in the back, bro. Like, cause, bro, I think, yo, his Charlie Clips' first 2 rounds both had strays at Jazz, bro. That shit is crazy to me, my nigga. Like, bro, that shit was crazy. But yeah, like, yo, Lou's second was amazing. I was like, all right, how's Charlie Clips going to deal with this? And then he just came back. He dealt with it like a motherfucker. Like,
yeah,
he came back with a strong second. I was just like, damn, bro. Like, I felt bad for Lou this time. I know I said that I was like, yo, he got one more, and I may have to take him out of my favorites. I'm like, this ain't the one. Because he did good.
This one don't count.
He did so well, but I'm just, yo, it's just, I don't know what it. I don't know what it's like. This nigga gathers all the power for a spirit bomb and then just donates it to the next nigga. Because these niggas be strong, my nigga.
Like Clips, it looked like Clips was done. Then he started doing the freestyle with the Louisiana.
Oh my god! Like and I could, because we know he freestyle, so he was literally done. And he was like, wait, hold on. Then niggas, and it was a simple shit, but it just was fucking fire, my nigga. Like, oh my god. Niggas went crazy over that shit. That shit was amazing, bro. I was like, yo, this nigga's just flawless victory today, bro.
Yeah. So then Lou went out in the third, had another great round. It's as good as the first 2 rounds. Nothing to complain about. Lou was on fire. It just did. That nigga Clips brought the fire extinguisher.
Bro, you know, and because this is how I really know, because niggas was really fucking with Lou in the first. Like in the first, when they was doing the roast and shit, the crowd was getting with him. Like when when niggas was like, get him, get him. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just, Charlie just he's too good. I ain't gonna lie, right? He's really just too good.
Not fair.
Yeah, but he's just too seasoned of a veteran. Like you can't surprise him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, he's gonna attack my weight. All right, I've been fat for a long time, so I know niggas going.
It's to the point where he really doesn't have any holes in his game, and he can adapt to any type of opponent. You're not gonna rattle him. He's never been rattled. You just gotta hope he chokes. Honestly, that's all you can do is hope he chokes. That's it.
And he ain't did that in a good minute. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's all you can do. And also, one thing I really appreciate about Clips is he's still active. He's still battling young niggas. He's still always giving people opportunity, because you could tell he's having fun with battle rap. So that's why he's booking battles pretty frequently now.
You know what's funny? It almost feels like he just needed a break.
Yeah, I get it.
He was killing shit for a good minute. Like, he was killing shit and then taking on mad battles. And then I remember for the longest, he was great, but never had a third. And then out of nowhere, he finally started to stop doing that bullshit and started having thirds. And then he got on the Wildin' Out, made Wildin' Out paper, and then dissed Eminem. And then he decided to come back and he's refreshed.
Yeah.
Like, because I thought it would just be like, you know, a one or two, you know, like him and Holla does, or, you know, like some other niggas that have gone to Wild 'N Out. But nah, I think he's fully active again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's still on Wild 'N Out, but he's fully active again, bro. And he's killing shit. Like, you know what I mean? I think he just needed a break.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's really it. He really just needed a break because now he's back and he's rejuvenated. And it's funny because it's still the same clip style, but it's like just evolved and refreshed. Because his style was definitely getting tired. I thought it was over for him for a good minute. Because I was like, I'm not feeling these 4-bar schemes that we see coming a mile away. That mad niggas that he's battled have exposed him for him, been like, he's just gonna do da 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 da, and y'all be liking that shit. And I'm like, yeah, that shit is kind of tired, but he's found a way to, like, it's still that, but it's not that somehow. Like, I don't even know, man.
He's finding a way.
He's evolved
to take the bow out
gracefully, my nigga. Yeah, my nigga. Like, this nigga's found a way. Like, bro, when we thought Super Saiyan 4 was it, we didn't even know nigga could have blue hair, my nigga. This nigga found a way to have blue hair, my nigga. Shit crazy.
So you want to do scores?
Yeah, we do the
crowd
scores.
control.
Crowd control. Now you know where this one went. I'm gonna start with Lou. Lou, I give him a 4 because the crowd was definitely fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? Good reactions and whatnot. But Clips, all the way at 5. 5.
I agree with everything you just said. To be completely honest with you, Clips got a perfect score out of me. So if you would have run down this list, I'm telling you, Clips, he has a 5 in everything. But to be fair, we'll go through every category just because that's what we do. So
delivery, I gave Lou a 4. You know what I'm saying? Great delivery. You know, great shorts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Now Clips, this might be the one part I give him a 4 on this.
Okay.
I give him a 4 on this because it's Clips. He's always still cool, calm. His delivery is great, but I don't think it's amazing. You know, I don't think it's like amazing, but it's still a great delivery. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I understand that.
Well, what would you give Lou? Since we already know you got Clips 5s on everything.
I gave Lou a 5.
A 5 on that?
I gave Lou 5 for delivery also.
I ain't mad at that.
Because as far as Lou, this was Lou's style. He was aggressive but still silly. Like, he didn't really have no stumbles, nothing. I feel like he performed his stuff well, so I gave him a 5 for this one.
For sure. Haymakers, I gave Lou a 4. He was definitely spitting that shit. It wasn't 5 material, but it was definitely great shit. Especially that second round. That second round was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely amazing. But nigga, when Clips came with them with that 5, my nigga, like that shit, bruh, it was to the point like he lit like we can almost say it wasn't a choke, but like he was just cooking so much. He was just like, I think he had more shit left. He was like, I don't even need to say it. End the round. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, whew. And then Zone.
Yeah, I had the same exact scores, 4 and 5 for Haymaker.
Yeah, so. And for Lou, for Zone, I gave him a 4 because he was definitely cooking his shit, and he would always get the momentum back when it was his turn. He was like, "Yeah, fuck this nigga got me fucked up. Niggas get me tight. This nigga fat as fuck." Lou's a funny aggressive nigga, bro. He teach me saying shit. He's like, "Yo, this nigga beer connecting. He got me dead tight, bro." I ain't gonna lie though, I was disappointed about one thing. I just knew that Lou Castro had like a shirt that was gonna aid in the battle or something. Cause when I tell you that jacket looked ugly, and I was like, why is he wearing that shit? It don't look comfortable. It looks too tight. He's wearing it to cover the t-shirt. The t-shirt's gonna say something he's gonna use in the battle.
You thought it was gonna say nut ass freak ball?
I don't know what it was gonna say, but I was just convinced. Cause I was like, that outfit, that jacket makes that outfit look ugly. I was just and even the way the shirt looked, I was just convinced that he's hiding the shirt for something. This shirt's gonna be used. When he finished his third, I was just like, what the fuck? And then it made it worse when he went into Clips' third to unzip his shit, and it was just a black tee. I was just like, nigga, what?
You was just so upset with a nigga's outfit. You was hoping it was something better underneath it.
Yes, my nigga. Cause I was like, why is he wearing that? And I was like, why is he wearing them New York Knicks colored foams with an all black outfit, my nigga? Like, that shit just didn't make sense to me.
He told you all the time, Bronx niggas the wildest.
I guess so.
I gave him both 5s for Zone. Honestly, I did. I ain't had nothing to critique.
I just took off 1 point for Lou's Zone just because I don't know if he means to, but when a nigga's cooking them, you almost can like see it in his face a little bit. Like he be looking a little sad. Cause the problem is that most niggas, like, they just look down. He be looking at the crowd, so he's just watching the crowd like be like, we like him more than you.
I I can't imagine having to sit there and act like a nigga isn't killing me, especially when you know that you like the bars too. I can't imagine just having to sit there and listen to a nigga say great insults to me, and I gotta act like they're not good.
It's,
you know, that's a skill in itself, bro.
Especially when Clips got to the, you know what's wild strong, and he was saying the shit bro, he had to say that shit at least 3 times because niggas was missing shit. Like, bro, when the niggas talk about twerk hairline, bro, like, that's what made me laugh because I saw them talking. Like, I think Luke Castro literally said, he's like, I thought they heard that. And then Clips was like, facts, I thought they heard that too. But they didn't, because I heard it when he said it, but the crowd was still reacting from the previous bar. They didn't even realize he said that shit. So it was like he said the same shit and they got a new reaction. I was just like, damn, bro. It's just nothing he could do with that nigga. It's just nothing he could do with him, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely one of them gentleman's 30s. Yeah. It was definitely a gentleman's 30, respectfully.
Yeah, and this one I gave Clips a perfect 20, which is A, and then Luke Castro got an 18, which is A.
I gave Lou a 16, and I gave Clips a 19. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, a gentleman's 30. This is one of the crowds. This is one time the crowd was actually yelling 3-0 also. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They were yelling 3-0 for the Calico and chess battle too, but, you know, also, it didn't last too long.
Also, the crowd didn't really annoy me in this one. Yeah. And, like, which is surprising. Like, we talked about how great they both did. The crowd really wasn't overdoing it in this one.
Yeah. It was deserved when they was reacting. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though. It was funny that, like Clips was about to even get on Smack's ass because, like, when he was, like, saying 3-0, he was like, yo, don't do that yet, don't do that. And then Clips was like, nigga, you slowing the momentum down for me? He's like, yo, don't make me put you in my bar. I'm on fire right now. nigga, he said, he was like, yo, I'm gonna give him a pass because we in church, amen. It was literally in the scheme when he was in church. I was like, I'm gonna give him a pass for now. And that was even funnier. He was like, we gonna give him a pass because we in church, amen. And then even Smack was like, amen. Even Smack didn't want that smoke. Even Smack knew better. He didn't want that smoke. He didn't want them problems. But let's get to the bars. All right. Lou, Lordy Lord, deep range, scope on it. I see things. Pause. Everything is a freeze frame. Squeeze bang. Hit his chin, then his chest. Make him do the T-Pain. Then his shit bag. Yo, you, Hitman Holla, or DC on Fly introduce me to Nick Cannon so I can get on Wild 'N Out before I get mad. That shit was fire. Even Hitman Holla laughed. You know what I'm saying? Actually, shout out to Hitman Holla. I actually seen a interview of his, ironically today, with Mona, Don't Call Me White Girl. Those who know. And, you know, while we just know Hitman Holla for not having a sense of humor and getting mad at niggas, he actually came off as a really cool dude. He even talked about the home invasion and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that, you know, him and his girl are safe from that shit. I'm glad she survived. I'm glad she was a gangster in that situation too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to him and Holla. But it was even funny too, was when Charlie Clips was cooking, even him and Holla to be like, yo, are you okay? nigga said, is everything okay at home? Like, why are you wilding? You all right, my nigga? Like, you know, him and Holla's a good supportive friend, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Charlie Clips. You want to know what's wild strong? Your breath. I can smell it through the mask when you yawning. You want to know what's wild strong? Jazz face when she wake up in the morning. You want to know what's wild strong? Putting on alcohol after getting shaped up by a Spanish dude. You want to know what's wild strong? A burp after eating Jamaican or Spanish food. You want to know what's wild strong? Any nigga that sit in the middle seat on Spirit Airlines. You want to know what's wild strong? Any barber that can bring back twerk hairline. That nigga could not be stopped, my nigga. That nigga could not be stopped that night, bro. Shit was crazy, my nigga. But yeah, good ass battle. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a good showing from these two. You know what I mean? No detriment to Lou Castro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even gonna count because I think that's really what I'm starting to realize is it's not that Lou Castro was like falling off or something. Even though he has had some chokes here and there. Yeah. But he really just, even when he does show up, he just seems to get the nigga at their best that night for some reason. That nigga's on some Aaliyah shit, my nigga. Like, niggas just be at their best when they're against him. It ain't his fault.
It's not. You can't blame him for that.
Can't blame him for that, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that wraps up Any Given Sunday 2. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we covered all the 3 events that was there. You know what I mean? The three battles that was there. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, shit got shut down because, you know, we already talked about what happened with that. Mm-hmm. you know. And at least it's unfortunate, but it's one of them things where it's like, nigga, once that shit pops off, it's like, what else is supposed to happen? You know what I mean? It wasn't like it wasn't like one of the stars was being ignorant or one of the battles like got too intense and niggas started fighting. It was like, nigga attack one of my mans. Like, you think I'm gonna be out here and still trying to rap tough to niggas and I let my mans get stabbed? Stabbed like bad? No, nigga, that nigga lucky he didn't die that night. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
So respectfully, you know, I'm sure Smack gonna figure it out. I'm even though Smack's a businessman and it's not a good look, I'm sure he's understanding. I don't think he'd stand for one of his, you know, niggas getting stabbed or whatever in an event and just letting that shit slide.
Exactly.
So it is what it is, but glad to see the celebrities there. Glad to see battle rap still growing. You know what I'm saying? We wrapped up that thing. We'll probably get to another event next go around. Lord knows they're gonna have more.
Yeah.
These events don't stop.
I know King vs. Queens is coming up. It might be next weekend. I don't remember off the top of my head, but if it is, that's probably what we're doing.
For sure.
If it's not, we don't know what we're doing yet. But.
Oh, and I'm gonna say it right now because we'll probably have to figure it out. But well, we are gonna try to figure out something for this month because I will be in Florida towards the last week of this month because I am getting married on the 30th. So no disrespect, but you know, wedding podcast, you know, I might not be able to do. I might miss an episode, or we might, you know, pre-make one so you know y'all can have one.
You're gonna be gone for a minute though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be gone for like a full week.
Yeah.
Well, no. Oh shit.
But then you're going on the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So I'll be having to figure something out.
Yeah, I might try to do one extra.
You're not that important to the show. I'll figure something out.
Nigga, the streets love me, my nigga. You ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you slide with a lot of shit, but what you ain't gonna do is trick me out my position. I know where I stand, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know where I stand with this shit. I know the streets love me. You know what I mean? Shout out to Arterial Stover and Public Enemy B. They be showing me love and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna figure it out. You know, I'm gonna try to give as much as I can, and maybe at most we can probably do like 1 or 2 extra. There might even be quick episodes, but we might do 1 or 2 quick joints just in the stash so he can unload those clips while I'm, you know, getting married and doing shit. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I don't think we care enough. I don't want to care enough, but I don't think we want to go through the trouble of trying to figure out a Zoom situation
during your honeymoon. That ain't gonna do nothing but get you in trouble. It's not that big a deal.
I mean, at least once, like during the actual, like when I'm in Florida. But, you know, plus, I feel like trying to do that shit, some just tells me shit's gonna go wrong and we're gonna have technical difficulties. It's just gonna be like, why did we bother? So, you know, we're gonna see what we can. But, you know, as soon as I come back, you already know what it is. Wifey already knows about the podcast, so she respects it. So, you know, we'll be back to live action as soon as we can. But until then, we're gonna do the Artist of the Week. I'll let you go.
All right, my artist of the week is all of Dreamville, I guess, because I've been
respectfully
bumping that D-Day mixtape pretty much nonstop. So
respectfully, it's a great tape.
I guess that counts as my artist of the week is this mixtape.
That is a fact.
Every morning I wake up, I play Stick to start my day.
Stick.
It's the energy in that song.
It's hard.
It's crazy, and then the rest of the tape is just like, it's such a vibe. Like the rest of the tape is just really good vibe music.
Yeah, it's just good music, man. It's nothing, no pun intended, but it's just good music. There's nothing really else to describe it. Yeah, good bars, good beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this tape, like it's all over the place, but in a good way.
Yeah,
it's not super duper cohesive, but it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think they're trying to do that. Like, it's just like Revenge of the Dreamers. Like, it's good rappers making good raps on good beats, and then we're gonna find some slots to put Ari Lennox and put some R&B joints in there that are still gonna slap too.
Because Coming Down is great
for sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Dreamville with that one. That was a good decision right there. I'll be even telling Bloodbath, I'm like, I don't know why more crews don't do that. I don't understand why more crews don't go, especially when they got hitters, that they don't go the way of like what 1017 is doing and what Dreamville is doing. Just
niggas, I feel like they be overthinking it.
Really do. Just take, like, I don't even want to say it, but like I be saying that about some of the artists I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm waiting for 800 Foreign Side to put out a compilation because I know niggas work all the time. I know niggas got joints. I got joints with niggas, and even beyond me trying to get my shit out, I'm just like, if I know niggas recording every day, just put some shits out. Like, You know what I'm saying?
It's more a waste of money to be renting studio time to not get paid off these songs you're making.
Yeah, but I'm not an artist, so I won't understand it completely. But just from a consumer's standpoint, I'm just like, it don't make sense to me. Just let these shits out. But it is what it is. On my side, it's gonna be the usual suspects. I ain't gonna lie. I did get a chance to listen to Tana Talk 4. Amazing project. Good tape.
It's good. Yeah.
Benny the Butcher. What else can you expect? Good shit. And while I always mention him, ESTG does have a tape with 4-2 Doug. You know what I'm saying?
He got a new tape out?
Yep. They just put a tape out. Last one's left. It's a collab tape. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even listened to this shit, and I know I'm gonna like it. Why? Because I listen to these people enough that they are really consistent. They make good shit. You know what I'm saying? Good op drop music. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be fire.
It's great.
And to make it even worse, because I just do shit the way I want to, I'm gonna put Fabio Foreign in that same pile too. Why? Because he just dropped the Bible, nigga. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. He just dropped his album on Friday. You know what I'm saying? We're recording on a Saturday. Mm-hmm. I ain't even listened to that shit neither, but I know I'm gonna like it. You know what I'm saying?
If you come back next episode and say, it's just cool. It's not what I was expecting.
We gonna see, because I'm expecting epic shit, because
I know that you're a real fan of his, so you really want it to be good, and you'll probably find a way to like it regardless. But if I know that you won't lie if it's genuinely not that good.
Yeah, if it's not that good, I'll tell you the truth. But I am expecting greatness, because while Fabio's style, you could take it or leave it, I will say this: ever since the nigga got home from jail, any Fabio Foreign fan will tell you he's been cooking. Like, he's literally, like, I think he really realized who he is, and he's taking the bar serious now. So he's really been cooking shit, because other times he'll be like shitting, pooping. He ain't really done that shit no more. Like, if he does it, it's still on some fire shit. Like, he's really been taking his bar serious. You know what I mean? That's how he got off the grid with Kanye. Niggas was talking about that was verse of the year. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think it was verse of the year, but I think niggas were just impressed because they didn't know he could rap like that. But since I listen to him, I know he can, But yeah, he's been on that type of time. He's been really like killing verses since. So, and this whole album is executive produced by Kanye, which, while we are a podcast that don't really support Kanye shenanigans, one thing he does do good musically, one thing he does do good is music still. Now, I don't listen to his tapes, but he does have an ear, and I'll be remiss to say if he doesn't know how to take a track and just be like, you know what, let me change this, and most of the time it's gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're Tiana Taylor. Then if that's the case, don't let that nigga touch your music. Yes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm expecting greatness for this. I'm expecting good shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that it does a good stamp for drill music as a genre, because we've had discussions on that too. Surprised we didn't talk about that on the podcast. I think that'll be something to talk about on the podcast. But we'll see what drill music, how long drill music lasts.
We'll see.
Even though I do feel like it's been around for a long time, because
it really has. It has.
Because like real quick, like I was like mentioning that like we can think of like drill music as the same thing as snap music, because snap music had a wave, it was doing charts and all that, but that came and went. Drill music can become almost considered the same thing, a fad. But I really realized, like, when you go back, like drill music, if you can take it back to like Chief Keef days, like when did Chief Keef come out? Like what, 2012, 20? Like,
nah, he older than that.
Like years ago,
2010.
Yeah. So if he's one of the people that put drill on, like that's a 12-year run at this point. And it's only expanded more because it went from Chicago to UK to New York, and now with it being New York, it went from Brooklyn to now Bronx, and that's two different sounds, mostly itself. And
somebody was trying to tell me that there's like a Florida drill now. I don't know if I've heard it.
I don't think there's a Florida drill because I haven't heard it. It's just really Florida niggas talking that gangster shit. Like they're talking drill shit, but not really drilling. Because niggas will consider "Who I Smoke" to be a drill song, but that's not. We don't think that's a drill song. It's just a song.
I would consider that more like gangster rap. But
yeah, so I think that's really what it is. It's just niggas really talking real tough shit. Like,
to me, when I think drill, I just think of that beat. I don't necessarily think of talking about killing niggas, because niggas gonna do that to any beat. You can put on a slow song that's gonna talk about killing niggas.
I've seen niggas freestyle gangster shit to Fantasia's "When I See You."
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I've heard like D Block niggas talk to You don't really want to die. You can catch a bullet in your eye when I see you. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
To me, it's not about they talking about the drill. It's like, no, this beat is the drill, in my opinion.
What makes it sad is I feel like niggas just consider drill music at this point, because I thought it'd be really the beats, but I think it's really like if you make a verse and you smoking on somebody, all of a sudden it's a drill song in people's eyes. Yeah. Honestly, and that's kind of sad because while I listen to hella violent music, I don't really be following niggas enough to care that they smoking on such and such, because most of the time I don't know who the person they're smoking on. Mm-hmm. So I really kind of like the hypothetical murder bars versus, oh, somebody really died and we're going to mention this person. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's really not enough that they're dead. We have to talk about smoking them after they're dead.
I don't want niggas to start trying to overlap like gangster rap with
drill.
Because like niggas like, nah, bro.
It's two different things.
It's two different things because in my eyes, then they gonna say everything is a drill song. And I'm like, nah, bro, niggas was already doing this before. It's just this beat is what made this genre what it is. Don't come out and say, they're talking about smoking ops in this song too. It's a drill song too, right? No, because then everything isn't a drill song.
I feel like niggas get confused because in certain eras, like gangster music kind of was dying out. Like when niggas like Drake and Kanye and Wale was coming out, like, and niggas didn't want to be gangster at a certain point.
The ringtone era was the opposite of gangster rap. Then,
and then the era afterwards.
Yeah, the OG 80s rap was just all about niggas just happy they was all happy go lucky and breakdance. They was happy to rap. Yeah. And then in the 90s it turned into gangster rap where everybody was in the gang and people was dying. And then like you said, the ringtone era and the snap era. Okay, everybody was just turning up, dancing, having fun, and then old people was like, "This is the worst thing to happen to hip hop. Hip hop is dead. This is the worst."
And I was one of the people that felt that way.
This shit's trash.
I was definitely one of the people that felt that way, honestly, at the time. Then we had the internet era, and even the internet era, niggas wasn't trying to be gangster.
It wasn't about being gangster. It was about trying to prove you was the best rapper.
Yeah, you was unique if you was gangster. Like you know what I'm saying? Like niggas like Pill. You know what I'm saying? Like Pill was one of the niggas like, okay, he's respected, but he's talking about the streets. Mm-hmm. But then he's gonna be on tracks with like Saha, who's like, he's gonna be some fly shit, some street shit. And people like Yellow Wolf, not really street at all. He's gonna talk about the white experience. Mm-hmm. Wale, you know, I never claimed to be a street dude. Only time I've been over Pots was making cheap noodles. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So shit like that. Currency.
Yeah, bro.
Not like
Wiz Khalifa.
Like, yeah.
Crit. J. Cole, like it was the era where they wasn't trying to be gangster. Unless you was gunplay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gunplay was always gangster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then like
crack cocaine, man, that's no thing.
Slowly but surely, niggas talking gangster came back into style.
For sure.
That's never really gonna die out. It's just it's a part of rap at this point.
Yeah.
But now niggas is trying to spin it like talking gangster is drill. It's like it's not really the same thing.
I think it's because raps kind of went back to being on some real street shit. Because even like Future, like if we listen to Future's first album, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some gangster shit on there, but it's not really. It was more trying to make hits or bops. You know what I'm saying? Like Tony Montana. Like you didn't really. It was you could tell he was a dude from the streets, but it didn't feel like such a street record. But now you listen to his mixtapes and he's like. That nigga wants you to believe he's still on the block, even though we know he ain't.
Yeah,
but it's like, you know, niggas will be surprised. Like nigga do a song with Doughboy and then he's in Cleveland in the trenches. They're like, yo, Pluto in the trenches, bro. Like, so shit's going back to getting hard again.
Yeah.
Pause. But you know, yeah, we're gonna end that. It's gonna be concluding another episode of the Hold It Down podcast. You know what I'm saying? I've been your host, Quan the Don. I know he's gonna ask me for social media links, so you can find me at SAYQUAND. You know what I'm saying, on your social media platforms. I'm never on Facebook, sometimes on Twitter, usually on IG. And you can find me at SAYQUAN.beatstars.com. You know what I'm saying, got beats on there. I've been trying to get back active too, you know what I'm saying? I've been really taking this year to get my mental right and get my mental health right. You know what I'm saying? Work on things that are actually benefiting me. You know what I mean? In the long run in life. So I haven't been active on my BeatStars like that, but there's still hella beats there if you want to, you know, just browse and shit. But, you know, trying to get back active on uploading on a more consistent basis. You know what I mean? Putting new shit out there, new creations, because I still create all the time. I just don't be uploading like that. But, you know, that's where you can find me at. Where can they find you?
If you want to talk to me, most socials are the same. At Not Bloodbath. Talk to me, I talk back. You want to talk that battle rap stuff, you want to talk that video game stuff, just just want to talk about stuff. I be tweeting about random things sometimes.
For sure. You could also catch him in, the fetish Discord, talking about his love for armpits and shit. Real freaky type stuff, talking about his kinks and all that.
Yeah, just a real nut ass freak ball. But yeah, that's what's gonna do it for this week's episode. Hold It Down podcast. I want to thank you for tuning in. Remember to tell a friend and tell a friend.
And tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
Remember the South gonna hold it down.
I really hope they still say nut ass freak boy. That is hilarious to me.